New Jersey State Comptroller says hundreds of police officers went to a training conference that glorified violence and normalized discriminatory behavior.
CBS 2's investigative reporter Tim McNicholas joins us now with a copy of that scathing new report. Tim.
Yeah, scathing indeed, Dana and Dick. The Comptroller's office says nearly 1,000 police officers attended this 6-day conference from across the nation, about 240 of them from New Jersey. And most of the officers paid for their attendance using taxpayer dollars. Videos released by the New Jersey office of the state comptroller show police officers speaking at the Atlantic City conference in 2021. The comptroller's office says it was organized by Street Cop, a private company founded by a former officer who worked in Middlesex County. Here he is during the conference.
I'm not sure the guy recording you like, oh, I am not a citizen of the United States of 12, 6, right? About to get pepper sprayed, tased, windows.
Instructors taught unconstitutional policing practices.
New Jersey Acting State Comptroller Kevin Walsh says at least $75,000 in public funds were spent by New Jersey taxpayers for officers attending the conference.
Taxpayers paid for a training that normalized discriminatory and harassing behavior by public servants who were supposed to be held to very high standards.
Walsh says the conference promoted a warrior mentality. This speaker was from the U.S. Army.
I love violence, I love fighting, I love shooting, and I love freedom. It wasn't that long ago that we were drinking out of the schools of our enemies. Right.
As for the people attending from New Jersey, the comptroller's office says the video shows speakers from the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office.
I would be remiss if I didn't remind you or let you know that I have a 3 in
and the Warren Township Police Department.
I watched this car come off the highway, and the female driver, she doesn't want back though.
In this clip, a sergeant from the Robbinsville Township, New Jersey Police Department shows a monkey on screen while describing a black man during a traffic stop.
That's not an 18-year-old kid dressed like Jesus coming eastbound out of Trenton. It's a 75-year-old black man, a change in driving behavior, that came into a gas station.
And the police chief in Robbinsville says he is concerned by the report and that sergeant is now facing an internal affairs investigation. We also reached out to the departments of other New Jersey officers in the videos. Street Cop says they didn't advocate for any practice, quote, inconsistent with quality policing. They say the comptroller's office took the clips out of context. Dick and Dana.
Wow. All right, Tim, thank you.
So y'all just heard that audio right there, and that came from a news channel out of New Jersey. And one thing that I noticed immediately when I first looked at the video for this before I downloaded it was how many subscribers this channel has, as well as the fact that it didn't have that many views on this video, and I can only imagine how many dislikes it had, mainly because it was a video that was calling out these so-called bad apples. And y'all can see it right there on the screenshot on your screen to show you exactly what I mean. And I think it only had like 14 comments or something like that. Been up for almost 24 hours since the time of me recording the video, by the way. So this basically exposed something that many of us have been saying for quite some time. They had a whole conference. Now, mind you, this was back in 2021 when this was going on. And all of this has now come to the surface 2 years later. Now, of course, you know the staunch cop lovers are all upset and in their feelings, saying that, oh, this isn't all the facts, this isn't this isn't that, because you know they're always going to bootlick for them as much as they possibly can. But for those of us who had many assumptions about them to begin with are not surprised by this. And I'm sure many of my people who follow me who are out in New Jersey can definitely attest to this actually happening. The fact that they took about $75,000 of taxpayers' money just to have a conference on the illegal tactics that they use and proudly use and give examples of when they use them says quite a bit. And they wonder why the public has lost trust with not just their police department, but many others. I keep telling y'all, I have a top 5 corrupt police departments, and I think I found my 5th to round it out, because that 5th one was always interchangeable. And it's probably these departments right here out of New Jersey. Now, this is a commentary right here where you're not going to hear too much more from me after this, because what I ended up finding on the Comptroller New Jersey page, or the New Jersey Comptroller's YouTube channel, which they ended up having to turn the comment sections off, and I think they just created the YouTube channel like within the last day or so, is you're going to hear the audio uncut and raw from the actual conference itself. They had to split the videos up into like 4 pieces. 2 of the videos is about 8 minutes long, and the last 2 are about 4 minutes long. So you're going to be hearing about 12 minutes of audio that's not coming from me, and I'm gonna just let it play all the way straight on through. What I might have to do is blur out the actual visual of it itself, but there are some parts in the actual video that has text on the screen where no one is talking, so you can get some context behind what it is that you're about to hear next. And the reason why I'm blurring it out is mainly for copyright purposes. You know I have to protect myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this right now and listen closely to what is being said for like the next 12 minutes.
I love what the fuck I do for a living. There's nothing else I'm good at. I love violence, I love fighting, I love shooting, and I fucking love freedom. It wasn't that long ago that we were drinking out of the skulls of our enemies. Like, I'm gonna fucking murder this guy, then I'm gonna take his head, then I'm gonna cut his head in half, and then I'm gonna boil his skull, and then I'm gonna drink out of that skull. Fucking rad, right?
I'm not sure the guy who's fucking recording you like, oh, I am not a citizen of the United States under fucking Act 1260. Shut the fuck up, right? About to get pepper sprayed and fucking tased. Windows broken out, motherfucker.
We don't like treating turds, right? You're like, fuck them. The ambulance can take care of them, right? And I had a problem treating, gangbangers and the people that were the pieces of shit of society, right? And I had a great mentor that told me, well, Sean, guess what? That's a live tissue lab, bro. Anytime you can come to one of these shitbags, absolutely do the best you can. Absolutely, because what if he gets hurt, right? Or she gets hurt, or he gets hurt, then I can perform that flawlessly because now I've had some reps in. Everybody get that? Everybody with me on that?
In the South, it's the Wild Wild West, South, wherever. You don't believe me? Run from Georgia State Patrol. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Run from me. Somewhere along the chase becomes neither confirm or deny there's some videos out there with me doing just that.
This guy pulls into the gas station, pops his hood up, gets out of his car. But yeah, in Jersey, we don't pump our own gas. They do it. Other people do it. So kind of like right from the beginning, I was a little concerned about it.
Ask you a question. What's with the small rubber band? Little small rubber band. See that rubber band? Yeah. What's with the
Facial expressions. That's all I want. This was just a couple of rubber bands and driving behavior. Look at his hand shaking.
Do you have an ID, sir? Okay, can I see an ID?
That's not an 18-year-old kid dressed like Jesus coming eastbound out of Trenton. It's a 75-year-old black man, a change in drive behavior, came into a gas station, and I'm like, what the fuck? And you know what? Shame on me, because I look in there and I'm like, oh, got a couple small rubber bands. And all I'm doing is asking, hey, what's up with that?
I don't want to hear his exit. I want to fucking die at like 91 with hookers and cocaine around me, you know? Like, why wouldn't that be your goal and objective? Like, I'm on vacation in Colombia, money, and these girls like are not as wealthy and they need to do things to make money.
If you're trying to get a little booty boo poo nanny poon tang, whatever the hell you call it, okay, there's an approach. You don't walk up and say, "Hi, what's your name? How old are you?" Sounds like casting couch, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there is like a little bit of a finesse. You gotta be a fucking gigolo.
All right, so normally in my class, we open up that beer tap and I just start spraying people with information. But today, you guys are just gonna get the tip.
I would be remiss if I didn't remind you or let you know that I have a 3-inch dick.
I'm not the one with a 1-inch dick.
There's actually people who drive around and will input into this website, hey, I just saw a fucking LV Series Pennsylvania. You know.
Murder or something like that?
Ray, you got drugs in the car? I would never do anything like that. Yeah, okay. I watched this car come off the highway, and I fucked the shit out of the female driver. She doesn't want to fuck me back, though.
It's gonna be the sneaky peek, and you all know the sneaky peek. Every guy in the room right now is like, what are you talking about? It's like when you're there, and somebody walks by you, and you're like, don't look. Like, just don't look. Okay, oh, you know what, hold on. Hey, what's up, buddy? Fake phone call. Okay, I looked.
Understanding pain, both physically and physiologically, it's important. When we understand what it does and what purpose it serves, it's just another thing that we can harness and that we can leverage as a weapon. I like it. You know, not like, hey, will you whip me later? But maybe. You know, like, maybe.
Next person that challenges you about how we need to keep reimagining, ask he or she, him, her, she, him, whatever the fuck you want to call people now.
I'm from the Middle East. Everything is a business, even how we get married. You ever heard of the dowry shit? You know what a dowry is? I'd like your daughter. Can I have her? 150,000. You can have her all day long. You keep her. Don't bring her back. Middle Eastern folks in the class are like, dude, shut up.
Have a day where you go out and go, I'm gonna pull over 20 people in a row for the sole purpose of asking them a series of questions and make up your own questions. Something as simple as, hey, how you doing? Where you coming from? You know, hey, where you going? Be real friendly about all stuff and just see how people answer questions. You will learn general baseline. And then when you ask somebody a question and the answers are just weird, you'll be so much better at picking up on it.
In Indiana, speed limit for trucks is 65, cars is 70. There's no fucking way that any car should ever be behind a semi if they have the ability to pass it. So when you do that, if you're coming through Indiana, I'm gonna fucking stop your ass. Like, he has the whole left lane to pass his fucking semi, but he's gonna sit right behind it. It makes zero sense. It's not logical.
We've all seen the videos of Kenny Williams with him sitting in the driver's seat. He's finger stuck in his computer, really just playing Tetris, not doing anything. And he's asking them very simple questions in the midst of his investigation. Oh, so who's that in the car again? Oh, where'd you guys say you're going? You going for a long time? I have family out that way. Making up a story and trying to engage them in a casual conversation. We get kicked in the dick one too many times, when we get in trouble by IA, when we lose our motivation and inspiration. I harped a lot on all the negativity. How many times I got kicked in the dick because they didn't want me to go out there and hit a trap, and they didn't want to hit money, they didn't want to hit me kilo. I hit 15 kilos, I hit 300,000. I'm still getting yelled at. I'm still getting yelled at.
Somebody with some kind of fucking thing on their shoulders or neck collar or fucking whatever. Say, hey, we watched your body cam videos. We don't think you got a voluntary consent. Here's 7 pieces of case law, fuckhead. Stop trying to bag the 19-year-old dispatcher. Get a fucking life. But we show up, especially when we're new, hammering out fucking tickets like they're going out of stock. I don't care, bro, speed for speed, I'm saving your life. Shut the fuck up. Saving your life. We don't like to write, this is the fucking fun shit, like you see that shit on like Facebook. We don't like to write tickets, but we do because we care about your loved one. Here's a crash car. Yeah, and then every fucking friend of yours who you work with does 106 and a 50, and you stop and go, you're on a job. Yeah, have a good one, right?